All right, we're live here at Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Paint Enhancement here in sunny Sharpsburg, Georgia on what has been a fantastic Sunday afternoon. How about that? Welcome back, everybody. As I said, this is Mike. Somebody asked me the other day what the difference between paint enhancement was and paint correction. Well, here's the long and short of that, folks. Paint enhancement essentially is when you do basically a one-step polish with either a one-step product or an all-in-one product. The difference being is the one step doesn't leave any protection behind. The all-in-one does, theoretically, so that you buff the car one time, it leaves protection behind, and when you buff it off, you're done. The the one step leaves little to no protection behind, and you still have to go back and put something on the paint, or you should. And paint correction is when you either wet sand and compound or both, and you're going after more scratches that way, and it turns into a multi-step process, i.e. that's why it is so much more expensive. But with that being said, I'm about, I'd say, 95% done. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Beaner. Somebody else said something. I can't tell who that is. Clay. Hey, Clay. Hey, Mr. Clay. But anyway, whew, man alive, I am finished buffing our 1969 Camaro SS. There's little bitty pictures up in the corner there. It tells me who's watching, but I can't tell who it is. They're so little bitty. Hey, Clay. Hey, buddy. But I just wanted to take a quick moment and catch it up for basically Rick, the owner of this Camaro. What I've got left to do is, of course, paint prep the entire vehicle and then apply the titanium sealant. There was no money in the budget for a coating, which would have been fantastic on this car. But, you know, it is what it is. Hey, I don't set the budgets, the customers do. Oh boy, I tell you what, buffing this thing was a pain, because that goes way up under there. And I literally had to lay on the ground so I could get up under everything. And what I still also left to do is to clean up the wheels and tires, coat the tires, put the sealant on the wheels. Yeah, of course, y'all remember, if you saw the, I had to tape off everything. The stripes, the cracks, the trim, everything. It's all been buffed. The windows have been lightly polished and cleaned up. But all that scratch city that we had going on before is gone. You like that, Beaner? I got two of them. I got another one that's black and white, I think. I can't remember. But there are, I'd say, 95% or more of the scratching that was all in this paint, love marks I call them, are gone. And I did go after some of what we call the rids. The random deep scratches. I went after some of them, but I'm pretty happy. I wanted to get out here in the natural light, which is always best Just see if I can. You cannot see any scratches really. Oops, there's a little bit of residue of something I got to go back and get off right there. I think that's tape residue. It'll wipe right off with a little bit of alcohol. Buffed all that. Oh man, those little bitty spaces up under there. Man, oh man. What a pain, what a pain. But I think it came out rather nicely. Of course, had to tape all this off and get the little bitty buffers in these little spaces here and up in these little nooks and crannies. All that was done up under the door handles. All this metal trim was done. I'm not gonna call it chrome because I don't think it's really chrome. It's aluminum. I think it's a T-bite finish. All that down there, up under there. It goes, the metal goes up under there, the painted surfaces. You think this isn't a pain in the butt, Ashley? Getting in amongst all that little stuff there? Whew. It is, it is. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Same thing with these. Man, oh man. The front end was all done. The parts that could be, of course, that goes way up under there. You can see fog lights way up under there. All that was done. Man, oh man, oh man. All in these little things here. Lightly polished, not much, just lightly. Of course, those are hideaway headlights. I didn't mess with opening those up. So, and all these stripes, vinyl stripes, were lightly polished with a really soft pad. You got to be careful with these. You can polish them, but you have to be very, very careful, Ashley. Very careful. They can be delicate, and you can ruin them if you don't watch out, know what you're doing. You have to use a real light finishing polish and a very, very soft pad, and run your buffer on a very slow speed, and preferably a dual action buffer, so that you don't make them worse than they are. And that's, of course, after you take the tape off. But I think it came out all right. All right. I'll be back out here in the morning. First thing, I'm going to call it a day. Got my dinner in the going. So, all right, folks. This thing was scratched off to, I'm not even going to say the word on YouTube. I know it's okay if you do, but I don't like to curse on YouTube. But this thing was scratched from improper, most of it was from improper washing methods, I would say. I think there was some that were from other things, maybe a cat, I don't know. But some of the scratching was deep, and this level here is as good as this gets by compounding and then polishing. There are still some scratches left. You can't really see them in this light for some reason. I guess because the sun's not out, Clay. But to go any better than this would require wet sanding the entire vehicle, most likely. There were certain spots I wet sanded just because I wanted to get rid of certain scratches if I could. A lot of people say, well, you could just compound it again. Well, yeah, you could, and do it more extensively, but actually wet sanding those scratches that are left out and then compounding and then polishing is less aggressive and will remove less clear coat, which is your goal, is to get where you want to be and remove as little clear coat as possible, because that's where your UV protection comes from, is the clear coat. Even though this car has a lot of clear coat on it because it's been resprayed, repainted, you still don't want to remove any more than you absolutely have to. So, to get any better than this would have to go to another level of detailing. Another level. And that wasn't in his budget because this car's going up for sale. But, you know, I'd say for 98% thereabouts of the public that would want to get a car like this, this is perfect with them. And the titanium sealant will fill in some of those scratches until it needs to be redone. So, you know, it's just how discerning you are. You know, it might be that the new owner, whoever ends up with this car, may want to take it to the next level. But you would literally have to wet sand this entire vehicle to take it beyond where it's at now, probably with a dual action polisher with the rubber interface pad and the soft foam 3,000 to 5,000 grit sandpaper is what I would use on it, with lots of water. It would take a very long time, even though this is not that big of a vehicle. But anyway, I do appreciate everybody. Oh boy, here comes somebody on a loud motorcycle. That's okay, that's okay. There he goes. I'm not sure what kind of motorcycle that is. I'm not that big of a motorcycle guy. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for dropping by, taking an interest, and man, that looks good. That looks really, really good. I'm so happy with that. And it's going to look even better when I get the sealant on there. Thank y'all for stopping by. You know what they say, like, tag, share, follow, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that stuff. Subscribe if you're seeing us on YouTube, so that you'll get notified of the next video on this car and others. And they claim it helps me out. But I do appreciate everybody. I'm going to go in now and finish preparing my supper. Finish putting all my stuff away first. Oh, I was going to show you guys something. You know, I use, when I'm polishing, whether I be compounding or polishing, I will use a pad for about a 2x2 section or smaller. And I own tons of pads, but instead of taking the time to clean the pads as I go, I just grab a new pad. This is my wash bucket for pads. They are crammed down in there. It is overflowing with pads. I'm going to be washing pads for hours when I get through with this job. And I keep this cover on there so they don't get any dirtier than they are already. Well, I got a lot of pad washing to do. Oh boy. Okay guys, appreciate you very much. Y'all have a great day. What's left of it. Bye now.